Der Wolf sieht schick aus. Du, ich höre von yes, exactly. Hello? Hello? Hmm. Arrow sounds. Doesn't sound good. Mm, 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 mhm. Yes. I don't hear you. Ah, I hear you now. But I think there is a long delay between what I see and what I hear, because I switched off the sound from the Twitch stream. Mm. Live weather is wonderful. Yeah. Yes, yes. You sometimes lose it otherwise. Mm. Mm, looks good. Mm, mm. Do you see? Do you see me as a blue hawker? That's good. I'll have a look at the Twitch window. I'll come up to your plane. Mm. Yes. Do you hear me? What? I'm trying to find you. Ah, there you are.
So, do you hear me now?
You don't have the
Mart?
add-on loaded.
Mart, do
You,
you hear me now? Okay. Buttons, buttons, buttons.
you
There's
don't
so
have the
many
add-on loaded.
buttons.
You're high, so you have the default airport.
Okay. But we are not at Gdansk.
Oh yes, we are at Gdansk.
Dancing. Me and names. That's bad stuff. So, there. Yeah, there's concept. That's nice. Well, not today, okay? This down. So let's start this. running. That's running. I guess. Oh no, I forgot something. Since I had to restart the computer, I need to restart that program too. I wanted to start the flight tracker again. Every time I forget this.
You mean flight events?
Yeah, the flight tracker.
Yeah. I forgot it too.
That's nice.
You should be able to do that automatically.
Yeah, that would be very nice actually, but yeah. There are things you can wish for,
Okay.
but you never get.
Well, I'm on it now.
Woohoo! We need our magnetos. Second magneto, thank you. Wait. Good. I guess we have everything. Woohoo! Up and humming. I knew what I was missing. I want to have little nav maps.
Mm-hmm.
Cheat sheet. There we are. Well, we take off from runway 29, I would say. Wind comes from 261.
I'll just follow you.
Oh, that's a mistake.
Not everywhere. Just this once.
So, we need to go this direction. I love the Spitty, but seeing in front of her nose is a pain. Stay there. Thank you. Ooh, nice. Better summer in Dublin.
Are you
We
doing
had-
summer in Dublin?
No, I had summer in Dublin, but
Oh, yeah.
I hopped on live weather.
I mean, live weather is absolutely
Gorgeous.
gorgeous. I mean, we should just go to the beach
Yeah, with the towel, suntan oil.
and some cocktails.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. Yeah.
What's your favorite cocktail?
Depends on where I am or if I have to drive the car afterwards. I like margarita. I like
Oh, yeah.
pina colada.
I think margarita we could definitely agree upon.
And
Margaritas is
if I
deadly.
have to drive,
Uh-huh.
is this discus coming in? Let's wait for a moment. I think this thing is going.
That discus has been on the horizon for quite a while. I'm not sure. Discus is a sailing plane.
I
plane,
know
isn't
that
it?
this is
Yeah.
a sailor,
But
but the numbers
I have a
are...
feeling. No, he's not coming in.
Okay.
He's not actually losing height. He's just sort of moving up and down a little.
I tried to fly such a thing, but yeah, was not very good at it.
I have it in my program, but I've never used it.
I tried, but nah, I'm too stupid. Well, when I drive, I like the blue banana very much.
What's in that?
Just sweet stuff and fruit juice, but non-alcoholic stuff.
Okay.
So, just the two of us tonight?
That's the way it looks at the moment.
Let's rock and roll.
It's only the two of us in the chat as well, so.
Oopsie. Hello? Up. Up. Cockpit closed. Woohoo! I make a circle around this airport. Get some height. Ah, there's Mart.
Oh, I see Mart on the runway.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's down there in the spit.
Let's wait for him.
Mm-hmm. No, there he is. Mhm.
Hmm?
Are you sort of heading for the magenta line now?
No, I did not get silent again. I'm just reducing speed now a bit.
Yeah. And you're very high as well.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, yeah. Ah. So basically we're heading for the beach.
Yeah. You said you want to go to the beach?
Yes, yes, definitely.
So, do we lose speed? That would be nice. That's good. Maps. Shortcutted a bit. Wanted to look at the support first. Just because I want to see it. The orientation today is
Ah,
perfect.
okay. Are you going to say something about Westerplatte, which we are flying over just now?
Could be.
That's a historical place. First time I see it.
Oh, we even have the same livery mart. My beach spot would be right there. Oh yeah. Whee! There goes the spitty. Ooh, almost raised some roofs. Almost. I saw it. Uh-huh.
Yes, that looked a bit dangerous.
I need my Chi-Chi. Well, we are in Danzig or Gdansk. Or how do you call it?
In German it's Danzig. Not Ing. Danzig.
Me.
Yeah.
And in
In English
Polski?
it's Gdansk. Gdansk.
Okay, I can't speak that name.
Just say Danzig. Danzig is fine.
I'll try.
Oh, there's an upside down mouth is passing me.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Danzig has almost 470,000 inhabitants and is located directly on the Baltic Sea in Pomerania, in the north of Poland, with the two Baltic Sea cities Spot and Gdynia. It forms the Tri-City of Tromianso. The name probably has its origin from the Gothic term from the word redoubt. So this goes a lot back. The Hanseatic city of Danzig can look back on a long exciting history and was founded in the year 50 before Christ by the Goths, who came from Sweden, from southern Sweden. Its first mention was in 997 in a life story of the Prussian missionary Adalbert of Prague. Since March 2019, the city has consisted of 35 administrative districts, with most of the sites and old buildings spread all over the old town and the legal city. It's really beautiful at night. I saw some night pictures. Gorgeous. I'm gonna think I will do this city on my bucket list.
Yep.
With the pier.
Looks good.
This looks really really nice.
I mean, all these old houses along the pier there are reconstructed. They're not the original buildings.
Yeah.
But they did a really good job with that. It was completely destroyed after the war.
It's a shame, but yeah, whatever. A history quick peek. There's a lot of history, so I tried to summon it a bit. From the 1st to the 9th century, agriculture and amber farming on both banks of the Vistula by the Baltic tribes. In the 12th century, the Sambroids rule in Danzig. In 1185, Duke Sabisla I founds the monastery of Olivia. May not scroll here. Around 1224, the city was granted the town rights after the Libyan rights by Duke Svantolpok II of Pomerania. This was followed by the Magdeburg rights in 1295 by the Polish king Breslau II of Poland. In 1480 to 1630, Danzig is the most prosperous and independent city among the Eastern Baltic Sea countries. And in 1807 to 1813, Danzig becomes a Napoleon Free City Republic. So much stones to trip over. At 1813, the French troops who had a coalition with the Poland's army surrendered to the Russian-Prussian army. In 1815 to 1919, returned to the Prussia, and the status as the capital of West Prussia brought a great economic upswing again. In 1920, the sovereign German small state, Free City of Danzig, was founded by the Treaty of Versailles. Does it look beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
In yeah?
I love the ships in the dockyards.
Yeah, that's very nice.
You know, this is where Solidarność started, in this dockyard.
Okay.
So that's the beginning of the end of communist Poland.
Yeah. That rings a bell.
Lech Wałęsa? Does that name mean anything? He was the leader
Ah, okay.
and became the first president of Poland.
Okay. I read much and cannot remember everything.
And where I'm flying just now, the Westerplatte, that's the place when the Germans started the war. This was the place that was shelled by German artillery from warships which were anchored here in the harbor. And they shot at this Westerplatte. And that was the beginning of the attack on Poland.
Nope. September 1st, 1939, the German naval troops attacked the Polish ammunition depot on Westerplatte from the Baltic Sea, opening World War II. On the same day, Albert Forster, Gauleiter of Danzig, decrees the annexation to the German Reich, an act contrary to the international laws.
Okay, we're in agreement there.
Yay! To be agreement with the teacher. Woo!
With a history teacher. Yes, yes. You know, but this Westerplatte story was, I think I mentioned that in the last stream. The tragic thing was that these ships were on a friendly visit to the town. And the evening before, they were at a reception in the town center, and they were, they were invited. They got drinks, they got food, everything, like they were the best of friends. And then the next day, they opened fire.
Yeah. One day friend, next day foe. That's
Yeah.
it's really not beautiful histories here. But everywhere where war is, it's not a nice history. From 1939 to 1945, after the German occupation, the city receives the status of the Reichsgau Danzig West, Prussia, followed by a deportation of the Jews and the Polish minority. Well, here comes again the very dark chapter of the history.
Yeah.
1945, in the middle of 1945, the Soviet and Polish troops reconquer the city. Immediately after the end of war, the German-born citizens of Danzig are largely expelled. The remaining German population shrunk back to only 5% from over 60%. There were a hell lot of Germans here. And I don't know who warned them. I don't know the name anymore. But they were warned that they should leave before the Russian army comes in and gets on their heels. They were warned, and so a particularly guy saved a whole lot of people their lives.
Yep.
I just can't remember the name.
Yeah, well, I mean, nobody wanted to be there when the Russians came, because wherever they came, it wasn't a good idea to be. It wasn't a good idea to be German.
Yeah.
For good reasons. I mean, they had reasons to be angry.
And then December 1970, strikes and uprising against the communist Polish regime begins in the Danzig shipyard, which has so far been able to stop the development. In August 1980, Lech Wałęsa.
Wałęsa. The second one is like a W.
Yeah, Wałęsa. Leads renewed strikes at the Danzig shipyard and founds a nationwide trade union movement. Their fact leads to overthrow. The communists are seen a dip goes away. The Third Polish Republic is created. So a big rising here, big rise of people. And 1990, the Iron Curtain falls through Eastern Europe. Danzig develops into a cosmopolitan, thriving city and protects the German minority, whose federation had around 5,000 members that year.
Yeah.
So that's nice to hear. There's some POIs like Castle or Fortress Weichselmunde. I don't even try to speak that Polish name.
The good thing is that most places also have German names, so you don't need the Polish.
In Litauen, it will be much harder because there aren't German names.
Oh, yeah, in some cases there are. But
Yes,
sometimes they are so
the most
uh,
not.
sometimes they are totally different from the Lithuanian ones.
Yeah. Then we have here the Langasator. That is one of the last remaining things of the old city wall.
Yeah. And if you fly around the city, as I'm just doing, you actually see the old, the fortification marked by the water.
Yeah.
It sort of zigzags around the town
Mm-hmm.
like a star. And that must be the old city walls.
I think so too. Then there one POI is also the Neptune Pond, the Fountain of Neptune, which was put up as 1633. And it stands all over the centuries. Then there's the Long Market.
I think it was one of the Hanse towns in the Middle Ages, which made it very rich.
Yeah, it was a It is
Yeah.
and was a Hanseatic city.
Yeah. And then, of course, that goes on along the coast right up to Königsberg.
Yep.
And, of course, Königsberg is...
Also Riga is
Yeah.
I guess,
Riga, yeah.
also a
Königsberg
Hanseatic
was totally
city.
destroyed. There is hardly anything left in Königsberg.
Yeah.
But I recently saw a documentary which was interesting because it showed in the outskirts of Kaliningrad, of Königsberg, where the residential areas are, you still have many streets that look very German, where with the villas and houses, they have not been destroyed. It's only the center.
Yeah, they left an impression which, will stay maybe forever.
Yeah. And they still have some streets which they left like they were when the Germans left. So they have cobbles, they have tree-lined roads. And they showed in that documentary, there's a museum where they left one house, more or less with the furnishing that they had originally when the Germans lived there. And it seems a very popular museum with the Russians. Well, are we on our own again?
Yeah, we are.
Has Mart left us?
Yeah, Mart left us.
Oh, God.
Okay.
So, are we heading?
To Dansk Airport?
So, but that's where we just took off from.
No.
No?
No.
I thought we took off from Gdansk Airport.
This airport is another Gdansk.
Oh. They have more than one.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you like, we can do there on runway 10 a touch and go.
No. Too stressful.
Took this as waypoint. Our next stop will be Malbork.
Are you talking about EPPR as the airport? Yeah, okay.
There it is.
Oh, yeah. It looks pretty bare.
It's a military one.
Yes, and there's a
Your little
yellow cross on the runway. Yeah. Yeah.
rules are here to break.
Well, we fly military planes, so we would fit there anyway.
I meant the yellow cross.
Oh. Yellow cross means especially good for landing.
Exactly.
Like a restaurant, you know, you get a star when you're good, and good airports get a yellow cross.
There is a hawker.
Am I flying too fast again?
Uh,
What's your speed?
slower at the moment. I try to hold my 180.
Okay, I am flying too fast. So.
Let's make it the town will be nice to fly. It has some cute little airports. Very short airports. Lights up. Now we are on the region. Looks good. Now we will see if we see the castle of Malborg. Or, like it's called in German, the Marienburg.
Oh yeah, okay. That would be a place, if I was in that area, I would definitely want to see.
It's a gorgeous castle. Really gorgeous.
That was the headquarter of the Teutonic Knights. Yeah.
Not only the Teutonic Knights.
But I read up on the Teutonic Knights, and you know that city that we passed, I think it was on the last flight, Thorn or Torun.
Torun.
That was the start of the conquest. That's from there the Teutonic Knights spread over Poland.
Well, so let's see if we see the castle.
Well, yeah. Even my little VFR map says Marien, whatever.
Yeah, 'cause you see the waypoint I programmed in.
Ah, and it shows that on the little.
It seems.
Yeah,
Because
it's
I
interesting.
called that waypoint Marienburg.
Ah, okay, yeah. Then probably. Malborg Castle.
Yeah.
It says. That must be the one.
Yeah, here in 2D stuff from above. Here it is. Flat as a pancake. Flach wie eine Flunder, würde man auf Deutsch sagen.
Ja. Oh, that's a pity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked on Flight Sim.to if there would be any castlage, especially for our region here. Yeah.
Ever since the update, I have a frame problem. I've got 14 FPS at the moment.
Ooh, so much? Wow.
Yeah. And before the update, I was always around 30.
Maybe your settings? I don't know. Well, that's what it looks in real life. Beautiful, huh?
Now let me have a look, because I normally don't watch your picture, because that irritates me when I'm flying. But let me have a look. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So did you just show a picture?
I'm showing it at the moment.
Okay. So I stopped in the air. I can concentrate on what you will show.
This is the Malborg Castle. That's what's down there.
Yeah.
Some textage too. So this spacious castle complex is the largest brick building in Europe. Did you know that?
Huh?
From
I didn't know that now.
From 1309 to 1454, the castle was the seat of the Grand Masters of the State of Teutonic Order. So there we have our Teutonic Knights again. From 1457 to 1772, it belonged to the Polish Prussia, a province of the Polish kingdom, and served as the residence of the Polish kings. At the times, it even was under Swedish control during this time. After the division of Poland, the castle was a part of the Kingdom of Prussia in 1772, and to Poland after the Second World War. The castle was badly damaged during the Second World War. 60% of its historic building mass was destroyed. So it took a hell lot of blasts. This was the carnage. So if you compare this to that, they did very good job to rebuild it. Very, very good job.
Okay. The Twitch stream is lagging badly.
I did not do anything.
No, but I'm still looking at your first text.
Okay.
And I'm sure you have shown the castles before and after,
Yeah.
but it hasn't done that yet. That's how far behind the Twitch stream is.
Okay. What can
Now it shows me those pictures. Yeah.
What can be seen today is a very nice reconstruction job. In 1997, UNESCO declared Marlborough Castle as a World Heritage Site. So they rebuilt it in the old techniques as good as possible. I somewhere read that they also have some old plans how this castle was done. But yeah, this was a total carnage.
Like so many places in Poland.
Yeah.
But I like these brick constructions. Up
It's
there,
beautiful.
all the big churches are also made of brick. So you have a completely different look than stone-built churches.
Yeah, that's Marlborough Castle.
Okay.
And I hopefully will see it sometimes added in the sim.
I think they should do an update with all this area, because there's so many beautiful things that are not shown or badly shown.
Yeah.
It really would make sense.
I don't know how long it took that, for example, Schloss Schönbrunn in Vienna was shown.
Which is a very famous place.
Yeah. I remember I flew over it and thought, so flat as a pancake. What the heck? Why isn't this like it should look like? But yeah, they added it later in, but it wasn't there in the first place.
And sometimes it's mysterious. It's like Stuttgart International Airport. Originally was not in the sim.
What? But it isn't even a small airport.
No. And it's a big international airport with direct flights all over the world, and it wasn't in the sim. It is now, but I could never understand why it wasn't there from the beginning.
Go on my heel. Does you know where we gonna go next?
No.
To the Albin Channel. The Alblack, however they call it in Polska. Albin Osterrod Channel, which is quite interesting.
Is that what we're flying over, or?
No, not yet.
No,
we are on our way to there. And you can actually say, if you're there, you can see a ship drive by. Not swim by, but drive by.
Okay,
really
has it got one of these lifts where you put the ship in a big bathtub, and then the bathtub is moved on rails?
No.
Is that?
The ship is not on a bathtub.
No?
No. It's like a wagon for ships. Like a railway wagon.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Especially for shippage. That starts in Albin. And it has 5 steps all over the channel. 5 from these railway wagon, roller coaster, whatever thingies.
Oh, I'll be interested to see how much of that can be seen in the sim.
If a nice castle is a pancake, I don't have high hopes.
No, you're right. You're right. You know that the Deutsche Orden still exists, and in fact, it has property in Austria.
What?
Uh-huh.
I did not know that.
There is a town north of where my parents lived, north of St. Veit, called Friesach. And in Friesach, there is a church which belongs to the Deutsche Orden.
I'm
No, it's
learning
not
over
a
my country something.
Yeah, it's not a small church.
Interesting. Would be interesting what they do today.
There is it's the center of a branch of the Deutsche Orden, which is for women, for the basically nursing. So I'm sure that they must have a hospital or something like that.
Ah, okay. So, here begins where?
Okay. Is that where your waypoint Elbing-Oos is?
Yeah, Osterode.
Because I have 2 waypoints with that same name.
Yeah, there are more waypoints with that name because I waypointed the channel how long I found it on little nav map.
Okay.
Just for me and my orientation.
So is that right near the coast then, this thing that we're talking about?
We have to turn to right. Big one. That's the Osterode channel. Elbach.
So what is this river here? Is that the Memel, or what is it?
That's the Elbach.
That's can't be the Elbe, surely. No.
It's not the Elbe, it's the Elbag.
Elbag.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are
Elbag.
at the channel. Or Elbing. Like it's
But I thought
Elbing.
Elbag was the name for Elbing.
Yeah, it is.
And Elbing is the name of a town, or is it the name of a river?
And the name of the river.
Both.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. See, I'm learning too. Yeah.
So that would be interesting. Use bridge. There's a stop. There's a gate.
So it's along this water course here. It's along here.
Maybe we see the steps if we fly over it.
Well, so far, I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, me neither. This channel is a bit longer than a few miles.
Again, this is a nice area.
Yep. So there's Albach, there's the big water.
There is the channel.
Yes, we should be there soon, where the 5 steps are.
Oh, there's the channel over there.
So, let's see. There is the channel.
Oh, that can't be the channel where I'm flying. The channel must be over there.
I'm on the channel. So do we see actually the steps of Albach Channel?
Oh yes, that looks more like a channel.
Could be one.
That was a typical sim thing, you know. Looking at it from afar, it looked like it could be the channel, but when I was flying over it, it got smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a bridge.
Yeah, that's one of the steps. Yeah, actually you could see it. You can see it. There is a ship which will be loaded on the railway.
Oh yes, I see one. Yes,
It
yes.
will be transported
Uh-huh.
to the other side.
Yeah.
It's very
It's clear.
interesting.
Yes, and there's another.
There are 5
There's
steps.
another one. There's another one coming up.
There are 5 steps.
Uh-huh. That's the next one here.
The Albin Channel was built from 1844 to 1860 under the direction of the Royal Prussian Building Councillor George Stenke from Königsberg. Employees in the construction were the engineers August Severin and Karl Lenze.
Okay. Number 3.
Who became known mainly as the designer of the Vistula Bridge in Dirschau and afterwards participated in the construction of the Suez Channel.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
If you pause your plane for a moment. This is what it looks in real life.
Okay, I have to wait again. I tell you when I see it. Not yet. An incredible lag.
I see it. Mod window.
Now I see it. Now I see it.
Well, this is what it looks in real life.
Yeah, it's not that different in the sim actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So for
Watch
once, because it's not a building, it's more landscape, scenery.
Hmm?
I think the sim is better. If it was a building, it would be terrible.
Yeah, watching a ship drive by.
Yeah.
And I actually have a picture where a ship drives by.
Uh-huh.
Soon you should see it too.
Okay.
The Albin Channel connects several lakes, such as Lake Geserich, and two towns in East Prussia von Eilau via Osterode to Elbing, to the Frischenhof. The length of the canal is 129 kilometers to Lava, with the Albach-Osterode section, which the canal is mostly identified, began about 82 kilometers long. So, wider.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to the two conventional descent structures with floodgates, 5 roller coasters are used on a section of 9.5 kilometers to overcome the difference in altitude of 99 meters to 0.3 meters. Each roller coaster is equipped with a funicular, which transports the vessels to the next sections of the channels by means of rail cars. The funiculars are each equipped with a machine house in which the conveyor is located. Hello, Herr Nullblick. Thanks for the raid. And thanks for the subscription, guys. Thank you. Well, you can watch with me a ship driving by. How are you guys? How did Red 2 work for you? The rope drum is driven by the reduction gear by a submerged water wheel. The roller berg, built by Karloven and Nove, Neukosfeld, has an electric drive, the power of which is supplied by a water turbine. So everything is ecologically correct. This is what it looks like when a ship drives by.
Okay, and in the last part, the sim is failing.
Okay.
Because there it's just full of trees.
Schweinerei.
That's number 5. All the others were good.
There we are, watching a ship drive by. This is actually underneath us. So let's catch up. Und Leute, wie war noch Red Dead Redemption? Habt ihr euch noch schön unterhalten, viel Unruhe gestiftet? This looks nice. There's a wheel. I think I should. Oh, thank you for the biddies. Danke, Mike. Danke für die Bits. Oh boy. Dankeschön, Test, für die 400. Danke. Mua. Ist okay, Mike. Viel Spaß im Lurk. Dankeschön, Dankeschön. Danke. Danke für die Biddies, Leute. Es wird in Dreamies umgewandelt. Katze freut sich. Du willst es noch auf 100 bringen, wa? Jetzt hast du es geschafft. Danke, Mike. Dankeschön. Schon kalt. Let's test the tea if it's cold. Perfect. We are on the magenta line. On our way to our next stop.
Jetzt geht sie wieder zu Fuß.
Ja. Habe ich auch gerade gemerkt.
Jetzt bin ich wieder zu schnell. Schlimm. Aber fliegst du
Hallo
gerade auf
Viper.
dem Kopf?
Ja.
Bisschen bessere Durchblutung fürs Hirn.
You think it helps?
Okay.
No tree clipping allowed. Hey Viper, how are you? How's your Saturday going?
Hello, Viper.
Good Yorkshire. Oh, nice. I know what I'm due tomorrow. Have a good night's sleep.
Mm-hmm. I might actually use my bicycle for the first time in this
Doing
year.
sports? Oh boy. Oh, an Herrn Nullblick. Dankeschön. Danke für die 100 Biddies.
Viper, have you tested the Junkers after the update? Did you notice any difference? Because I didn't. Ah, okay, okay. I didn't test that.
Well, let's see if we find another waypoint. Actually. Oh, and thanks guys for this hype train. Hype train level 2. Thank you. Thank you so much. So do we see actually what we want to see? I want to see.
So what is this one called?
It's an open air museum and there we have it. This is it. Does it do what I want to do? Drone speed, thank you. Where was it? There was it. So actually this area is an open air museum for the buildings of old. About 20 buildings from the 18th and 19th century were rebuilt in there, because it was first in the Königsberger Tiergarten and got moved to space problems. Well, there was also 2 archaeological sites on the ground here, where we are right now. It's very beautiful, has many old houses and different buildings, how they did it at these times. The open air museum was built in 1937. The impetus for the collection was the relocating to space constraints. So you see many different areas, also from many different times it was built there, rebuilt there, replica wise. There are dozens of original and reconstructed buildings from Varmia and Masuria, Prussian and Lithuania. Half timbered houses, warehouses, windmills, farm buildings, and an inn, and a copy of a small church are shown. So, how it were the old days. Really pretty. The resettlement took place in 1938 to 1942. Not all objects have been transferred from the original design. 12 buildings have been preserved. That's the little church. In 1950, after the war, the facilities were secured, the works were carried out under the supervision of the Provincial Conservatory of the Monuments in Ostlin or Allensteig. The expansion of the museum began at the end of the 1950s. So I'm fascinated by this building because it has a straw or some kind of straw roof.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite an area what they cover. In real life, you have a nice walk around there. You should show that. Thank you. It became the name of the ethnographical park that functioned as a branch of the Marsuski Museum in Allensteig. In 1969, the ethnographic park received the status of an independent institution under the name Museum of Folk Architecture, Ethnographic Park in Allensteig. So even windmills they reconstructed. I would wonder if they actually would function. It would be nice to know if they would do. They have the interior that it could work.
Well, I don't know how they built this museum, but we have one not far away from here where the buildings really are the original buildings. And when you go inside, all the rooms are the same, and if it is something that has a function, it will work. So maybe it's like this, you know?
Maybe. In 1985, the organization structures included two objects in the center of Osternack. The exhibition hall in the former evangelical church and the tower on the city wall, which today houses a museum dedicated to the life and work of Christoph Kellestun. I can't speak that name. The defender of the Polish language and Polish cultural tradition in Missouri. In 1998, the museum became a cultural institution with self-government of the Warmian Masurian voidship. So, I'm a bit intrigued that this house has no windows at all, whatsoever. If you look closely, it's just the door and nothing else. Bit intrigued about that.
Yep.
In 2008, it has been entered in the State Museum Register and maintained by the Minister of Culture and National Heritage. So, this is quite a thing that it will stay over time. So you have all these houses put together from the various building structures, from straw to wooden roof. Quite amazing what in those days were made. So hopefully I won't fall out of the sky. Hey, I did not fall out of the sky. Just for 50 knots fast. Hey. And I see I have some weird mistakes here. There we are. Too many windows, too many buttons. Not on the magenta line.
Shame.
Oh, the cat battage. Rated with 8 persons. Hello, hello. Could you finish your flight, Catbat? Hey, Quert. How are you? Welcome in Poland. We're on our way to our first landing. In Allenstein. Yay! Hype, hype, hype! Woohoo! There's radiage incoming. Hello, hello! How did it go, Catbat? Was the cloudage too much? If you'd like to jump in, we are inbound for Echo Papa Oscar Delta. Now let's do some landage here. I need to refuel. Oh, nice, a blizzard. Very nice. I don't like blizzards. Okay, I don't like blizzards when I'm up in the air. To correct myself in this manner. I guess the airport is... We also flew over... how is it called? Botanischer Garten?
Botanic Gardens.
You? that there's only one botanical garden in this area. We flew over it. Also has some educational sites for biology. Thank you, Senor. So I will do pattern and lens. On runway 27.
And I have this problem again that I had with the staggering before. No gear. So it's going to be an interesting landing.
A belly land.
Yes. It's funny.
You will scratch your paint, buddy.
It doesn't react to my buttons here, and it doesn't react to the lever in the plane. So yeah, Catbad is with us. I see him.
Yay! A cat badge disappeared in a spitty. Woohoo! I need a refueling stop here.
Do you have the airport? Because I don't see it yet.
At least I see the runway.
Oh, that's a good one. It helps.
Yeah, a bit.
Is there also lots of grass?
Well, there's a nice...
Because I would need lots.
There is a grass runway aside from the other one.
Oh, that's good. That's what I need.
Can do a belly landing.
Oh, yes. Oh, this will be fun. Yeah.
Nice landing by Catbad.
So,
and
I'm sitting in the grass. Yes. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong here. So I'll have to do a restart for this one.
Yeah, we'll wait for you. What happens if you press Y?
I can try Y and then lift it up. Oh yes, for some strange reason the gear is out now.
Well.
But now I press the second time and the gear has disappeared again. And I'm in the same situation as before. No.
We can watch the second grassland.
No. I go back to the main menu.
Okay. You got it with your gears.
I don't know what the problem is.
Me neither, but you got it with the gears.
It can't really be my joystick because, when I use that lever in the plane, it also doesn't react. So I don't know what the problem is. Okay. I will stick to this plane.
King Cobra's typed Y makes the landing gear extend.
Yes, true. And then you have to press it again to start flying again, and then it disappears again. I just discovered.
Oops.
So,
Well, I need fuel.
yes, I'll have a
Now.
quick break myself. At the moment we are in E-Pod, right?
Yeah.
Is that the airport? So I'll use that for going back in.
Positive.
I won't have a
Echo
plan.
Papa Oscar Delta.
Yeah, airport. I say airport. Okay. Yeah. Set as departure. No. Okay. And I need a quick break.
Okay. So we will line up on the runway. I will follow the cat passage. So next stop will be the Missourian Lake District. Got lots of beautiful lakes and sights. I'm looking forward to that. The cat passage takes the grass runway. There he goes.
Okay.
Woo! I refueled.
Okay, so I'm ready. We can leave. Yes, fine.
Woohoo! Well then, 3, 2, 1, go. Woohoo! Technically, we should keep the hawker in the middle, left and right a split.
At the moment, I'm only seeing Catbat.
I'm behind you.
You're behind me, okay. But you should really be in front of us.
Yeah.
And at the moment, I have no clue where we're flying because I lost the flight plan when I was reloading. But I will look at my little nav map. Yes.
Course
that
is 082.
Yep. And I see it now. I'll just simply use the little map up for navigation.
We have some windage here.
Oh yes. And quite a strong one actually. 36 knots.
Ooh, Catbat is in VR.
Okay.
That must be nice.
Now I have no idea where you are, so I'll be circling.
I'm at your right side.
Yeah, I see you now.
Okay. Trying to get to the magenta line. Well, let's go. .37 knots wind. 351.
40 knots.
It's a bit
Coming
jumpy.
more or less from north.
Since we're flying to the Massyrian Lake District, I will do some talking again. I won't shut up today. Mwahaha.
That's typical woman. Especially when they drink tea or coffee.
Are we that bad?
It's okay.
I know from whom it comes, Zanor.
You mean I'm like that too?
Sorry?
You think I'm like that too? I can be.
Yeah, Amazon or
Not only.
King Cobra.
But honestly, to be realistic, Kaharia, I don't think you talk a lot.
Sometimes. Well, let's talk about the Masurian Lake District.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the better team. Lush. Well, this jewel of landscape is located in the northeastern part of Poland and it covers about 52,000 square meters of land. Over the millennia, the nature of Masurian Lake District have developed from an Ice Age moraine landscape into hundreds of bigger and smaller meltwater lakes. And if you look there, it's quite nice to be there.
Mm-hmm.
You only want your beach towel on the dock and ready or not, here I come. Jump into the water.
It was a very famous, was a holiday region in the old German Empire. When my mother was a child, that was one of the areas where everybody wanted to go on holiday.
Ah, beautiful. The varied landscape presents itself with picturesque hills in which the many smaller and larger lakes are embedded. The Masurian Lake District is also home to the two largest Polish lakes, namely the Spreading Sea with an area of 113 square kilometers and the Maurer Sea with an area of 105 square kilometers. So they're the biggest one in Poland. I don't know if I'm flying in the right direction, but yeah. Don't follow me.
Well, I learned that from Murph.
It's quite picturesque there.
The only thing I heard that it's an area where in summer there are a lot of mosquitoes.
I can imagine. Water, warmth, a perfect breeding place. There are 102 nature reservoirs here. Especially the white stork is a welcome guest of the Lake District and offers the stork ideal conditions to provide for offsprings in summer. The faithful migratory birds come back to the Masurian Lake District every year, but also the corncrake, the sedge warbler, the blue rag or the white-backed woodpecker, all endangered species can be found here. So it's really inhabited by some endangered species who cannot find a home anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the stork who brings babies.
Yes, I think it's good for walking.
For walking, even for biking.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure canoeing probably is also a good thing here.
Yeah, definitely. With those much lakes and space, lake space. The Masurian Lake District also provides an excellent home for the marsh turtles and also helps amphibians such as the toad or tree frog to survive. With a plant diversity of over 1,200 species, the Masurian Lake District offers a very interesting region in Europe. Many naturalists use the district for their various studies of flora and fauna of the region. And this is just a beautiful sight.
Mm-hmm.
Very peaceful.
And if you have money, there are some very nice hotels, because there are the old houses which belonged to the German estate owners, and some are destroyed, but some others have been turned into country house hotels. So if you have the money, you can spend a real nice holiday here.
It's all about the money. It's all about the dim.
Yes, but I'm sure you can also go camping. I'm sure.
Yay! Camping! Woohoo! Me and my tent. Yeah, I saw some interesting camping sites when watching for the information about this place. So
Yep.
perhaps if we don't get a place on our holiday destination of choice, we, consider something else. And there we have it again.
What?
Generic scenery.
Oh,
I found it.
you found it. I don't want to find it. It breaks the immersion. I don't want to find it.
Yeah. I have my special luck. And Zenor, if you Google that destination where we are, there are some quite interesting trails where you can take a walk around. Even with information of the nature and such thing. Wie würdest du zu Naturlehrpfad sagen?
Nature trails. Yeah.
Educational nature trails are also here. If you're interested in what, when, who.
Yeah, there's quite a large lake coming up.
Yep.
I have no idea, though, how you would call this in English, but maybe we should... I write it in the chat so that you see how it's written.
What do you mean?
Yeah, if he's looking for it, he has to know what he has to Google.
Give me a second. Where is... what I'm looking for? Copy.
Okay, we are approaching another waypoint. Varnovo.
I just did these waypoints for flying over the lakes to
Yeah,
find
okay,
the
so
lakes.
it wasn't a special place.
No.
Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to not lose you. God, these Spitfires are so slow. But I can't fly much slower, otherwise I fall out of the sky. I'm doing 90 at the moment. I
I'm
can't go
at
much.
204.
Well,
That's a big lake.
that's big. Yeah.
This video in a haka.
I got you in my sights now.
Yay!
Taka taka taka.
Woo! That fish swim in the sea with the belly up.
Do you think I'm shooting at fish? I don't think so. Yes,
Not again.
Kahaya.
Not again. No. No, Senor. Don't. No.
Why is that a
No.
sore subject?
When Catbat had his stream, I joined when I was in the subway, and somebody got onto the subway with his stinky, fishy, seafood, whatever, groceries from groceries. You could smell them. Groceries. You could smell the fishy stink through the FFP2 mask. And if you smell such a thing,
Yeah, that
through
must
the
be
mask,
strong. That must be strong.
So, and Senor did mention something about fishy stink stuff and a spitty cockpit. So, no.
No. But talking about fish, you should see what I put in the food section of Murph's Discord.
I will look at it.
About a fish sauce. And when you look how that fish sauce is made, then I'm sure it will remind you of that smell. But I love that fish sauce. I use it. Now it all started with somebody posting something about a Roman sauce, sauce that the Romans used in their cooking.
The Romans? That is a fish.
Yeah, and they used fish sauce. And that's how the whole thing started.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
They didn't have ketchup in Rome? No. They didn't even have tomatoes in Rome.
I'm afraid. I don't want to know.
Oh. Too much information.
Slightly. Just so much.
Yes, Senor. That was exactly it. Like we are using ketchup on everything, they use this sauce, which
Not
was
on
called
everything.
garum. And that was a fish sauce. Yeah.
Yorkshire tea with lemon. Nom nom.
Earl Grey.
So next stop will be a city which I can't pronounce.
Okay. What else is new? You mean Bialystok?
Yep.
Yep. That's easy. Just pronounce it as it is written.
I call it Bielostok.
Yes. Okay. It's still recognizable.
That's the German name.
Yeah. Senor, that is taking it a bit too far even for me. Ice cream with fish sauce. No.
My stomach makes a turn upside down.
Well, it's called a Spitfire, isn't it?
You know why?
Yes, I know. Because of the starting up.
No.
No?
No.
I thought it was because it spits flames when you start it.
The Spitfire was called Katie. From Vickers Aviation,
Mm-hmm.
there was a little child from one of the founders, Katie, and she was very lively and called a Spitfire because she ran around and was absolutely not girly. So they named this plane after her nickname. That's why Spitfire. Because this little girl was nothing girly, but kamikaze!
She was spitting fire.
She was, a very
I thought it
lively
was.
child.
I really thought it was because the flame is spitting fire when you start it.
Maybe too, but the official explanation from Vickers Aviation was it because of the child.
A child called Spitfire. Okay.
With her nickname is Spitfire.
So she probably had red hair.
Probably. From the location? Possible. And no, the Spitty does not spit out fish sauce.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we have it in the chat confirmed.
Yeah. I thought her name was Katie, but yeah, did not remember that correctly.
The hawker is trying to kill me again.
Roar. Dun dun dun. What does she do or not?
a nosedive.
Oh, nice. Well, not nice. You are gone.
And this is all because I'm trying to be slow.
Hello, I'm going 211 knots.
I'm 170. Where are you?
Not where you are, it seems. I
I'm
don't
on the
see you.
magenta line.
I don't see you.
I see Catbat.
I don't see you both.
Ah, so we might have a hashtag.
Hashtag 19. I'd love 22 more. More famous.
No, according to my little nav map window. Oh yes, I see you. You're above me. Quite a bit. I'm very low at the moment. I'm behind and under you.
It's good I'm not wearing a skirt.
You are not wearing a skirt.
Nope.
So in that case, I might as well come up. I wonder what the food is like in an area like this. Do you have any information about that? Any specialties?
Not really. We had the
Just because-
national foods, but
Yeah.
I don't know if there's some regional
I could imagine they have game, maybe.
possible.
And possibly also fish. Sorry to
They
mention
have
it,
enough lakes to fish it, so
Oh.
it would be interesting if they have some regional food which is prominent there.
You know, I'm not always looking at chat because I got my hands full with this hawker, but what I was mining, I was looking for fish, but I couldn't find any.
It hid away, was afraid.
Yeah.
Shall I talk a bit about Białystok? Get something to tell you about that. Since we're on our way, we are
Okay.
about 15 miles out. I need OBS again. Actually very beautiful, this city. It's the capital of the Podlachen on the river Biała. The city has about 300,000 residents in 29 administrative units, known in Polish as osiedla. Although nowadays Stok is translated as slope, the initial name of the settlement came from the river flowing through it. In Old Polish, Białystok was a clean, swift river down the slope. The inconspicuously today, the Biała, or the Białka, flowing through the city center gave it its name. So the city is named after the river. It's very beautiful. Archaeological discoveries show that the first settlements in the area of present-day Białystok occurred during the Stone Age. Tombs of ancient settlers can be found in the district of Diolgli. Surviving documents say that around 1437 a representative of the Raskov family, Jakob of the coat of arms, Labadjet, however you speak that name, received from Michael, son of Sigmund, Duke of Lithuania, a wilderness area along the river Biała that marked the beginning of the Białystok as a settlement. I'm sorry for I can't speak this Polish names. Very sorry. And I think some Polish people will lie under the tables laughing at me. But yeah, sorry. First mentioned in a document in the 16th century, from 1665 it belonged to the Branicki family, who expanded it into a residential town. At the instignification of Stefan Branicki, Białystok was granted town rights in 1692, which was renewed in August, 3rd of August in 1749. That's the weapon. Białystok and its surrounding came under Prussian rule in 1796 and fell to Russia after the Treaty of Tilsit in 1807 as Białystok. Schooling and higher learning in Białystok, which was intensively developed in the 18th century, was stopped as a result of the partitions. In the 19th century, Białystok grew into a significant center of textile industry, the largest after Lodz in then parted Poland. Oh, that was the old days. Lookage. Oh boy, where I'm flying.
Well, if you want to find Białystok, just fly where I am, because I'm right over it now.
I see it on the nav maps. And somehow, somewhere, I should see you. Reading and flying, it's not something...
It looks very much Lego-like.
No. Come on, not again.
No.
Oh?
Yeah, it's a Lego town.
Come on.
Definitely.
Why? In 1862, a railway connection was launched, connecting Białystok with Warsaw, Rodono, Wilno and St. Petersburg. During World War I, the Białystok-Grodno district was the administrative division of German-controlled territory of Oberost. During the 1919-1920 Polish-Soviet War, possessions of the city by the Red Army and the Provincial Polish Revolutionary Committee occurred during the lead-up to the Battle of Warsaw. After the wars and re-establishment of the independence of Poland, Polish education in Białystok was restored and the textile industry was revived. It hit pretty bad there. There we go. With the beginning of the World War II, Poland was invaded by Germany. In the course of the German invasion of the Soviet Union in 1941, Białystok was occupied by the German army, and on June 27th, 1941, during the Battle of Białystok-Minsk, and this became the capital of Bezirk Białystok, a separate region in Germany-occupied Poland, until 1944. And I think I lost you guys again. Yeah, nothing to see here. So I will pause now. Oop. So many things in the city was destroyed. It was, yeah, heavily hit under the shells, when the shells dropped on the city. The city fell under the control of the Red Army on July 27th, 1944. The Soviets carried out the mass arrest of the Polish resistance members in the city and region and imprisoned them in Białystok. On the 20th September 1944, the city was transferred back to Poland, although with a Soviet-installed communist regime, which stayed in power until the fall of the communism in the 1980s. After the war, the city became the capital of the initial Białystok Voivodeship, 1945 to 1975, of the People of Republic of Poland. After 1975 administrative reorganization, the city was the capital of the smaller voivodeship Białystok. Since 1999, it has been the capital of the Podlaski Voivodeship Republic of Poland, and they also rebuilt the city very beautifully, of course, and it's a center of education and art also. They have some very beautiful sceneries there. I like the night shots. Oh, I see you again, guys. So that was about Białystok. Let's see how the Lego city looks like.
Below me I have... Yes, that must be what I have below me. There is a park, and then there is a Lego building which looks very symmetrical, and I think is actually a castle or a palace.
Yeah, that could be the...
But it doesn't show as a palace, but from the outline
Braniki Palace.
you can see that it must be something like that, with a big park.
Yes, that is the park of the Braniki Palace.
Well, I'm stopped at the moment, so just have a look where I am.
Yeah, I
Just
see.
below
I'm
me.
below you.
Yeah.
I'm flying over that, and that's the
And there is,
Braniki Palace.
you can even see a building, but it's all Lego.
That is actually the view
Must
of...
be the palace.
Well, that is that view. Give me a second. This is the little one from the front, and in the back there's the palace. This exactly here.
Yeah. There's a... Yes. Yes.
And in the front it looks like this. And that's the gardens.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm seeing, yeah.
Yay, we found it!
Oh, God.
So, let's do a landing there. Here's a grass runway. Somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Runway 26 it is. A nice beautiful grass field with lots of room for even a belly landing.
Thank you. Let's see. I'm pressing the button now. Oh, yes! The gear is out.
You have gearage?
Yes! I'm absolutely over the moon. All I need now is an airport. Where on earth is this airport? Oh, yes.
There
It's all
it
grass.
is.
It's all grass.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, it's made for me. Wonderful.
Yeah, I know. Gearage down.
For a second, but only for a second, the hawker thought it might do a headstand.
Believe me too. Zenor.
I'm on this white bit now. I wonder if that's the actual runway.
Woohoo!
I'm not sure. I mean, it's a big enough field anyway.
How was it?
And there's a catbat. And King Cobra. Yeah.
Well, my first without gear landing was with the TBM in Vienna International, and I thought, so, oh boy, this is a perfect landing. You're aligned to the runway, you are on the glide slope, you come down slowly, soft as a boop. Why doesn't
Yes.
the plane roll? Well, ooh, I forgot something. Shoot!
Yeah, that happened to me. I think all in all, it happened to me about twice so far that I've really forgotten. I mean, this time I didn't forget; it just didn't deploy. So that's a different story. But I'm glad. I mean, in a Spitfire, I would have done a headstand just now. The Hawker is a little bit more forgiving in that way.
I need to give her a try again.
Yes, Senor, I agree with you. You can't really be angry about it. It's just one of these things where
No,
you just go do.
I'm not angry at the Hawker. I like the Hawker very much, actually.
I'm talking
From
about Senor in the chat
so
because he says that it's so embarrassing, but it's so funny when you forget to put the gears out.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's embarrassing.
yeah. But it's also funny. It's
Stay in my ear here.
okay. I'm surrounded by
Spitties!
Merlin engines.
Vroom, vroom. Well,
Well, the guy who does the Hawker admits that the sounds are not good yet. He actually recommends you should copy the sound files from the Spitfire. But he promises to be working on sound files.
I liked the cockpit of the Hawker a bit more than from Spitty.
Yeah, and after the update now, it looks really good.
Yeah, I will give her a try again. She
There
just
is
flew out
one.
of my community folder course of the CTDH.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that got fixed. Well, guys,
Okay.
let's start to our last waypoint.
That's something Bialo again.
Bialowice National Park.
Ah, yeah, okay.
That's our last point. And then we will fly over the border to Lithuania to our end airport. So let's grab fuel. Fuelage. Click. You refueled, everybody?
Oh yes, I'm always fueled.
Let's get into the cockpit for takeoff. And give it a go. Lights up. You're the first in front of us.
No. I let the slow spits start first.
Okay. Slow spits.
Slow spits. Yes.
I'll scratch your paint for that. That's the windage. That's the windage. You. Come on, babe. Up you go. He'll catch up in a couple of days.
Says who?
Senor. Like you, buddy. What's your problem, lady? Woohoo! The cat battage!
Just saying.
What you just saying?
Well, if you didn't see it, that's okay. I just tweaked my nose at you, basically.
Uh-huh. Possible.
I did not crash. Jesus. the faith that some people have in my pilot skills. I'm absolutely flabbergasted.
I found it again. Says the wind. Okay. We got some backwind right now.
Yes, at the moment we have almost following wind, 34 knots.
That's why the speedy is so fast.
Bad for you, I have the same wind.
Well, what can we do about that?
Well, then after the next waypoint, when we turn north again, we will be quite slow because then we'll have headwind almost full on.
Yeah. Or we go different weather.
No.
But
that's chicken.
We aren't
We're not doing that. No.
We are not chicken. We won't chicken out here.
That would be the solution for what we call in German Warmduscher. People who shower warm.
Are you familiar with the animal of Vincent? Have you heard from that?
What?
The Vincent.
Wiesent. Wiesent. I know about a Wiesent. Wiesent is a bit like a buffalo. Or it is a buffalo.
The European one, yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually living here
Yeah, I know.
in the Bialowice National Park.
One of the few bits of useless information which I have stored. It's the only herd of buffalo in Europe that lives wild. But it's under threat.
It's an
Because-
endangered species.
Yeah, and the Polish government isn't taking care of this forest very well. It takes out way too much wood,
Well, that
and it
was
shouldn't
stopped.
it shouldn't do that, but it's still doing it. My special friend Kaczynski.
But the funny thing is, it's also a World Heritage Site, so you should not
Yep.
be able to do that at
It
all.
it should be totally forbidden, but it's still happening.
Oh, this looks like my picture.
You know what could also be fun is to take some boat planes and fly in this area, because there's so many lakes you could land on.
Yeah, definitely. But this would be inside the Speedy Tour. Inside the Speedy World
No.
Tour.
That could be a separate enterprise.
Yeah.
Like gooses over Poland.
The geese.
Well, we have now learned the plural is gooses, apparently, when you talk about the plane,
Okay.
not the bird. The bird is geese, but I think it was on the Flying Fabio stream. He explained that the correct plural is gooses.
Okay. Sounds strange for my ears, but okay.
Well, you must admit, if the Flying Fabio says it, it must be true.
Yeah, I know, but it's not, it does not sound right in my ears, even if it's true and right. But goose, geese, and it
Yeah.
gooses.
Yeah.
I really think that our English teacher would say, no,
Yes,
no,
oh
no,
God.
this is geese.
Yes.
No, this
My
is
English
goose.
my
This
English
is
teacher would have had a
geese.
fit. My English teacher would have had a fit.
Over this patch we flew a minute ago. Wait a moment, where is it?
Oh, we did a circle, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually there. Look closely. What do you think, guys?
Hmm?
This patch of land and the picture are the same. From another way round.
Yep.
That's why I was flying the circle. I wanted to check up if it's there. The last few bits of information here for today. Then you're dismissed.
Okay. I'm sitting straight, paying attention.
You don't need to sit straight. Sit
Notepads
comfortably.
out. No.
The Białowieża National Park is in northeastern Poland on the border with Belarus. It's considered the last real primeval forest in Europe. So hearing that the Polish government is lumberjacking here, it's not quite nice. It is about 1,200 square kilometers in size and part of a cross-border forest area, which is only 1/3 in Poland. With a good 10,000 years, the Białowieża forest is an ancient and also the only remained of the lowland forest that once covered large parts of Europe. So, well, large parts of Europe in forest, and look how much forest we've got now. We really should look after our forests.
That's all the toilet paper that we're using.
You mean that's out of stock right now?
Well, in Germany, some idiots are buying it again. Yeah.
Isn't that landscape beautiful?
It's beautiful.
Really?
And I must say, I love my AccuSeasons seasons because it shows me the forest as it would look at the moment. You know, with many trees still a little bit brown, not green, just as you would get it at this time of year.
Yeah, I haven't that add-on. Maybe in the future. Not right now.
Oh.
The national park runs also an educational and information center in the town of Białowieża with a multimedia exhibition on the animals and plants in the park. This forest and heathland is still home to the bison, a kind of landmark of that area. It's an incredible forest, yeah, Zenor. In February 1921, the wild bison had been wiped out and there were only 56 specimens left in the zoos. Thanks to the successful breeding, animals could be released back into the wild in 1956. The biodiversity of the forest is overwhelming as many animal species, also 3,500 fungal and 5,500 plant species have been detected this far. So this is a very thriving forest. So this is the buffalo, European buffalo. Białowieża also offers a refuge for many other, a total of 12,000 often endangered animal species, such as the black stork or the blue rag. 9 species of woodpeckers breed here, including the white-backed woodpecker and the three-toed woodpecker, as well as lesser spotted eagles, snakes, 7 species of owls, red thrushes, I'm flipping trees, and dwarf flycatchers. Even some lynx, big cats, are native in this forest. In 1932, parts of the Kitty, I love you. Sit down, relax. Don't claw my feet, thank you. 1932, parts of the Bielitzer forest was announced as a national park, and 1979 it was added to the UNESCO World Heritage Site. So, quite a bit of a forest.
Mm-hmm.
We need to preserve such forests.
Yep.
We really need to preserve them. So if they're on the UNESCO sites or national parks or stuff, we should not be able to cut trees there.
No.
What is it, kitty? I love you too. What's up? Mischievous? Mischievous. What's up? Be good, kitty. Down, relax. Can't play with you at the moment. And leave my computer be. Mrs. Kitty wants to play.
Okay.
And her human does not. Human is in a stream right now. How can she be in a stream?
Well, she probably saw that there was a mouse on your desk.
No, she won't do that anymore. No, Puppy, runter. When I had this old monitor with not the LCD displays, but
Yeah, the big
the
ones.
CTR, called CTRs. I did this mouse, catching the mouse cursor game. Yeah, it was funny. Tried to get it, but couldn't. I won. I'm looking forward to this last landing. The runway is short. And
Thank you.
especially it has some trees in front of the runway.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yay!
Don't try to clip them. I tried. We are on a road to Lithuania. Actually, there is a runway in Lithuania. who has a rally racing tour, circle, whatever you call that, racing field,
Mm-hmm.
aside a runway. Little nav
Okay.
maps does not have the ICAO for that airport, but in the sim there is a ICAO for that airport. And I'm thinking about to land there, and actually, if it's possible, to drive with the Spitty on that
Well, I mean, you
rally
you
round
simply
thing.
you have to
course.
check it out.
Yeah.
Before the flight.
Yeah, I will do
Where
that because I want
where
to.
is it supposed to where is it supposed to be? Near which city?
Akima. Wait a moment. Akimene. Akimene. It's very high up in a triangle with Echo Y. Come on. Nicht zurückspringen, danke. Echo Y Tango Lima and Echo Y Sierra Bravo. That's the base, and in the triangle, the top, there is this Akemenes airport with Akemenes city.
Yeah, I can't see it now. Yeah, but it wouldn't be the first time that something actually is quite clear in the sim, but you don't find it on the map.
Yeah. Well, you find it on the map. It does not just.
It's not
As
marked as an
not-
airport.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh.
But in sim, it's marked as an airport, and at this airport, just around the corner, there is this racing certitude. It would be fun to drive around there, I guess.
Yes. A Spitfire on a racetrack. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah. Or a hawker.
I don't know what gave you that idea.
Well, it's free to have planes. Everyone can fly it. Okay, everybody can download it. If they can fly it, it's a different thing.
And if they can race it, that's yet another question.
Exactly. If the Spitty is on the ground too fast, it will go that way what the Spitty like. Not what you like.
The Spitty always goes the way the Spitty likes.
Not always.
Which sometimes happens to be the same way that you like, but not always.
If you say it like that, yeah. Definitely. I guess let's check it out after the stream. This is compatible with the Spitty and the Hawker. Of course. Oh. Where's the cat package?
Well, the wind is a bit better now.
Yeah, I have
It's
240 knots.
yeah. The wind is only 26 knots now, so it's
This will
died
be
down a bit.
interesting. This will be interesting. Because we have a runway 10 and a runway 28. I came in over 28 last time.
Yeah,
This will be
I would probably
carnage.
also take 2.8. Yeah, I don't like these. You know, on some streams, you just feel that everybody seems to pick the opposite end of the airport, and I don't always understand that.
Don't know
Yes,
either.
I know it is to do with the wind and all, but surely if it's not a storm, it can be managed.
Stop. Stop, Mrs. Yay! The cat batted. Let's play. Wild. Woohoo! It's bye-bye Poland and hello, hello Lithuania. Oh boy, incoming. Alison Johnson raids with a party of 59 people. Oh boy. Oh
So she
boy,
was
hello, hello Alison. Captain
hello.
Arash. There's a Muse fan, Dougal. Hello. Hello guys. How are you? How was your flight? Everything ran smoothly. And thank you, Moose fan. Thank you for the sub. Hello, Goblin Zeus. And Noxious, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the cat pack. And there's Red Palette Randy. Yay! Oh, that's nice. Everything went fine. We're actually on our way to our end airport. We're flying from Poland over to Lithuania, where we will raid. Thank you, Bomber, for the follow. Where we will have our end in this tour and start next time up again. Will be actually quite interesting, this landing, because it's a very short runway with some trees in front of it. And we have a headwind, so let's see how this will go. Stuck my nose into the dirt, put some trees. I'm accompanied here in Discord with Night Sap, and on my wing is Cat Baddage. Thank you for that hydrate. Did you knew that? Well, yeah, Muse, what possibly could go wrong? In Lithuania, there's some short runways, and even one that ends in water, and we will land there. So, yeah.
Well, now she's telling me.
Why?
But we don't have that today. We don't have that today, the one that ends in water. Do we?
Yeah, we don't have that one today.
Oh, God. Relief.
Next time, some beautiful spots. Thank you, Balmer. My husband did the woodwork. Not finished yet, but step by step everything puts itself together. Yeah, handyman. Woohoo! And Spirit, hello to you too. Read your message, sorry. No problem, Dougal. Have a nice night, day, rest of evening. Well, I guess I forgot something. Want to guess what I forgot? Switch the fuel tanks. Kitty's co-pilot. Mrs. Kitty wanted to play a few minutes ago, so she is a bit nargy with me. Because her human could not play with her. Fine. So where are we? We are about 50 miles out. In beautiful Poland. Okay, I'm so lucky every time I find generic scenery. First time today. Which say it picked up again. Lights up. We have 28 knots.
We're getting closer to the coast. That could well make a difference, yeah. It will be fun.
Okay. Or carnage. Fun
Well, as they
fun.
say, you should go out with a bang, you know. So.
But if the Spitty goes out with a bang, we don't have anything to fly. Or somebody has to repair that. I know that somebody won't be me because I'm not a handyman.
I would just say you have a week. So Just a bit of a hammer bashing and you'll be alright. Okay, you might need a new propeller, but I'm sure you can get one on Amazon Prime.
I don't think so. I like that Chinese stuff. A quality needs time, and I don't think it's done in a week. Got tea. What aren't you going to ask? Oh, there's my chemistry in a spitty. What I'm talking about, that propellers are made out of wood. Good woodwork needs time. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not sure this propeller is done in a week.
I'm sure IKEA has them, if they're made out of wood.
So, do-it-yourself propeller or what?
Exactly. Exactly.
But we can be happy that's not a Pax wardrobe. Everything's fine. Chemistry. My chemistry is dropping. That's need a timer. Such things. One thing more on the to-do list. Oh, soon we are over the border.
Oh yeah, there's another spit below me.
There's a Muse fan.
No, there's
This on this side is Muse fan.
Rich
My chemistry.
Rich mystery or something. Yeah, it's right below me. It's right below me. Okay. So I'm being outspitted. Never mind. I'm still faster than all of you. Oh yeah, Muse.
Just because of the fact I had the additional fuel tank. That slows it down about 50. According to her pilot's handbook. Thank you for coming by, stopping by, rating us. Thank you, Alison. Have a great rest
Good night,
of the
Alison.
weekend. Good night. Next to you. There's a news fan.
So we'll cross the border soon.
Well, in about 1 mile.
And this place is called Calvaria. You know what I think that means? It's a Calvary. It's the... You know what a Calvary is?
Good night, Red Pilot Randy. Have a great rest of weekend. Well, I'm not sure. Enlighten me. Myself. About 8 miles out from land. Bye bye, Poland. Hello, hello. Across the border.
Oh, happiness. My gear has deployed again.
Thank you, Senor, for joining. You also have a great rest of weekend. And thanks for being here. Keeping up with us. Have a good night. Where is our runway? Looking forward to it. Ooh, so many nice people flying.
Is a green airport, or do we actually have a
You have
runway?
actually a runway, but
Yeah.
there are trees in front. There it is. I will do a circle around it. I'm too
Oh God.
There
Yes,
it is.
it's it's huge. It's huge. You know what I wonder? There's this place just before the airport. If that is Trakehnen, because that would be the origin of the horses, of the Trakehner horses, if that's what it is. Good God. Well, at least there is a lot of fieldage around it, so I'm not too worried. Famous last words. I'm approaching the trees at a remarkable speed. Come on, stop, 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 stop. Yes. I'm way past the runway, but at least I didn't hit the trees.
Letztes Mal eine Herausforderung.
And I have to go back and find the runway.
You wanted some challenge. You got some challenge.
Yeah, I really wonder.
Approach. Bumpy.
Yep. I was right. This Trakehner is Trakehnen. That's where the Trakehner horses come from. I just checked it. You know about the Trakehner horses?
Heard of them? Ooh. Sven did a nosedive.
Oh,
Cat bat incoming.
okay.
That was nice.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Well, I had to.
Advantage did it. Woohoo!
I went to almost to the trees on the horizon there.
You wanted to become a tree clipper.
Yes, definitely.
Well, we did our last leg in Poland. Now we are here in Lithuania.
So where are we lining up?
Would you? Warmer. Have a great rest of weekend. Parking crate on. Thank you.
No, too close. This is called the final ballet.
Ouch. Somebody kiss the ground. Wait please for the screenshots.
Oh, we will manage eventually.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Thank you guys for being here, for the raidage, for the suppage, for
Okay.
simply being with us. We were on day 4 from a spit around the world. So I hope we see each other next time when we go on a flight, day 5 in Lithuania. Have a good night. Have a nice weekend. Rest of weekend, beginning weekend, whatever. Have a nice Sunday. If you have somebody we can go to, I don't have any. Well, then we can't raid anybody. Have a good night. Sleep tight. And we will see each other next time. Bye. Hugs to you. Night.
Okay. So I'm saying good night as well. That was a nice flight.